I literally manually unlocked the car, hopped out of the car, and started
Now
running.
I'm getting mad because you're disrespecting me.
The driver was shot at while picking up a woman in Chicago.
She proceeds to lunge from the back and attack me. You see my eye?
That's wrong. Take me to my hotel.
What? So you want one of us to get in the trunk?
Yeah, it smell like underarms or something.
Oh, my sister said you needed some help.
And I'm noticing that she's driving in circles for about an hour.
So I have to say good morning.
Get in her car and she immediately says, "There's no vaping in this car."
What I wasn't fine with was him moving further away from my home.
And honestly, the whole call was absolutely filthy.
I just got massively scammed by Uber.
When I get in his car, he's just staring at me.
But it does stink in here.
Wagwan Islanders, welcome back to the channel. Of course, you know it's your favorite island girl, Jodi here from the 876. Me know no love a good it went left type of video. So today, buckle up, like literally put on the seatbelt because we're diving into some of the most chaotic, unexpected, and just downright ridiculous Uber rides and deliveries experiences. Let me just say this is not a personal attack on any rideshare company. Uber is one of the biggest names in the game, so naturally that is what most people use. We're not just hearing from the customers. No. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. For once, I'm giving the drivers a chance to speak up too, because me I gotta tell you something. Some of these passengers, it's not just Uber gone bad, it's people gone wild. Literally. Now, as usual, guys, all of the creators are linked down in my description box for your pursuit, and you know the formalities. Like this video, guys, it's easy, it's free, and if you're new here, seeing my face, hearing my voice for the very first time, I'd love to have you join the Islanders family, so go on ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now, Islanders, let's kickstart this video with this creator who's actually a driver, and she actually maced a customer after the customer pulled a weapon, a pew-pew on her because she refused to continue the ride. I just say it left her with a swollen eye. Please feel free to leave your comment down below and let me know who do you think is at fault here, and if you were in that situation, how would you have handled it if you were the driver? With that being said, let's get into today's video.
I just want to share something. Before I show y'all the other side of my face, I want to know if I'm wrong, because I'm very open. Why was I doing Uber today? I picked this lady up from the airport, right? I pick her up. We getting on about the ride. We about 15 minutes from her destination. She goes, "It's hot in here." So I turn the AC up. No questions asked. I just turn it up. She goes, "I just don't understand." I'm like, "Huh?" She like, "I just don't understand. This is a comfort car. Why are you doing comfort if you're not going to do what people ask you to do?" I'm like, "Well, I just turned it up. Like, it's going to take a little second, you know, for it to cool down in here. Like, I just turned it up, like literally not even a minute ago. Like, what do you think this is? Like, we're not sitting in an industrial fan. Like, I just turned it up." She's like, "It's because you have the windows down and I can't feel it." I'm like, "Well, the windows are cracked. For one, they were actually cracked." I'm like, I keep on cracked because a lot of people get in the car and they are sick. I'm explaining this. She goes, "I don't care. It's about my comfort. I ordered a comfort car. You don't need to be doing comfort if you don't." I'm like, "So why are you yelling at me though?" Like, I'm like, "Who are you talking to? Why are you yelling at me? This is kind of crazy over some AC." She's like, "I'm sweating." I'm like, "Actually, I think it would best suit you if another driver picked you up, actually. So I'm going to take you back to where I picked you up from, and we're just going to leave that at that." That was not good enough for her. She is going off. She is irate in the backseat, tripping. So I pull over. I'm like, "Actually, yeah, I'm going to need you to get out right here." So I pull over in Hateville. We're off the highway. Pull over in Hateville. I'm like, "Can you actually get out?" She's like, "No, I'm not getting out until you give me a refund. I'm not going to do shit." Mind you, she's recording this whole exchange. I'm like, "Yeah, but you can just get out the car and I can end this trip and Uber can refund you." "I'm not doing nothing. You're going to pay me or you're going to take me home." I'm like, "Well, we're going to be sitting here all day because I'm not doing neither. Like, Uber will refund you. Get out of the car." In what world is it ever acceptable to sit in a stranger's car and then try to insinuate that you feel threatened after refusing to leave what you are perceiving as a threat, which is me asking you to get out the car? So then after that, I get out of the car and I flag somebody down because I'm recording. I flag a driver down, ask him to call 911 because she's just showing her ass. So I open the other driver's side door, like the passenger door. She goes, "Oh, bitch, you think you gonna touch me?" I said, no, but I actually want you to get out the car. Can you please get out the car? Like, you're escalating it for no reason. Like, I'm not in the mood. Like, it's just a lot going on in my personal life to be dealing with some foolishness, because this is foolishness. This goes in her bag to get a weapon. So you know what I did? I got back in the car because I got back in the car. I sit in my driver's seat. I'm like, so you are going to do what exactly? She like, if you think you're going to touch me, da-da-da-da. I said, okay. So I proceeded to grab my mace and I got at her in self-defense. Because if you're going to be behind me with a weapon and insinuate that you're going to harm me, I'm going to act in my best interest, which is to protect myself. And that's what I did. I maced the shit out of her. So then after that, she proceeds to lunge from the back and attack me. You see my eye? This didn't even happen in the car. I get out the car because the car is full of mace and I have bronchitis. I get out the car. This bitch runs up on me and tries to gouge my eye out. I have scratches in my eye. My eye has stitches. Fighting I don't even know is crazy.
What? Jennifer Gilbo riding in Shoel Mahmoud's car when out of nowhere she appears to snap, lunging at the Uber driver, dousing him with pepper spray. Shoel picked up Jennifer and a friend on West 46th Street, but when they got to 65th and Lex, things quickly went south early Wednesday morning. What? Shoel insists he hadn't said a word to the ladies. The other passenger appears just as stunned. Done what? Repeatedly asking her friend why she was doing this. Jennifer would only say, "Get him out." Get him out. In the first few seconds, Shoel tells me he tried to get out, but his seatbelt was on. Police did arrest Jennifer. She's charged with assault and now has a lawyer who at this point is not commenting.
What you saying, you 55 years old, you from Syracuse, but for me and my comfortability as the passenger, you should be able to follow the GPS because that's what I'm comfortable with. So with you knowing, I understand that, but however,
this is for people who don't know where the hell they're going.
At the end of the day, I understand what you're saying. It's for people who don't know where they're going. But what I'm telling you is, I'm your passenger, right? So if I'm not comfortable with it,
you want me to stop and pull over so you can
I'm not complaining.
You want me to
the
pull
same
over so
way.
You can driver?
No, you're not about to pull over and leave me in the middle of nowhere.
I drop you off in the commercial zone.
But why would you do that if all I'm doing is communicating with you? I'm not being rude or anything. Hold on one second, because I'm not a little girl. I'm a grown woman, just like you're a grown man. No, you listen, just hold on. I'm not. Listen to you and listen to me. You're not letting me speak.
No, I'm trying to
No, it's right. No, I'm not. I'm letting you know that me as the passenger, if I'm not comfortable with you not taking the GPS.
You're not comfortable with me because of my skin.
I'm the same color as you.
It don't matter.
Are you serious? I'm the same. I'm not racist, none of that. I'm a black woman just like you're a black man.
You don't trust
It don't have nothing to do with trusting you because of your skin color. It has everything trusting about me not being from here. That's what it has to do with. Yes.
Linda, listen. My name is Kevin. I'm a father, okay?
Listen, Kevin, I don't care about none of that.
Wait a minute. Listen.
No, because now I'm getting mad because you're disrespecting me. No, you're not going to do that because I'm not from here.
Why are you arguing with me?
I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you. You're not allowing me to speak, so now I'm getting aggressive because when I was being a calm person, when I was being calm, you were not respecting it because you think I'm a little ass girl. That's what the problem is. You didn't know that though. You didn't because you would have never mentioned your age. Yes, whatever.
I'm still taking you home.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
But the problem is...
Thank you. I've been in your car for way too long.
Listen,
like,
what are you talking about?
The hell? You've been taking every which way but what the GPS is saying. You claim the way you taking is faster, but I'm in your car even longer. Make it make sense.
Whatever, man.
Make it make sense. It is whatever. It is.
I'm watching GPS.
Okay, come on, sir. Come on, Mr. Kevin.
It's
come on.
trying to take me out the way.
Fine. We don't have to speak no more for the rest of the ride.
Right, but I want you to do me a favor. Make sure you complain. Send Uber
Oh
an
my
email.
Lord. Just please stop talking to me.
Please
stop
complain,
talking to me.
okay?
Please. I'm not a
Because it's your
complainer.
right. It's
I'm
your
not
right
a
to do
complainer.
that.
But you're not going to sit here and say because of the skin tone of you, that's why I'm uncomfortable.
Well,
that's stupid.
Let me tell you why I said that.
Stop talking to me.
Let me
Stop
tell
talking
you
to me.
why.
Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me.
Okay.
Stop talking to me.
Let's do that then.
Yes, let's do it.
But remember, complain to Uber.
Oh my gosh.
So they can tell you different.
Okay. Stop talking to me, please.
I'm doing what I'm supposed
All right,
to do.
you can stop talking. You don't have. Okay, you're not taking care of your people because your people right now is upset because you want to sit here and try to play the race card. You want to sit here and try to play the darker skin color when I'm the same complexion as you. Be smarter than that. You're older, 55. Act 55. You're not acting that way right now. You don't have to speak to me. Follow what the GPS is saying. Period. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So I just woke up from a nap and I'm seeing everybody's comment on that video. Yes, I did report it. Yes, it was handled. When we initially had the conversation, he did state that he knew a faster route because he was from here. I was fine with that. I didn't complain about it. What I wasn't fine with was him moving further away from my home, which made me speak up. And when I spoke up, I was calm, cool, and collected. So for everybody saying, oh, you yelling in his car, I didn't start yelling until he disrespected me. And this just goes to show that some of y'all just be letting men talk to y'all any type of way. I do understand the dangers at which it took for me to even say anything to him, which is why I started the conversation off calm, cool, and collected. I'm one of those ones who love to be aware of my surroundings and the people I'm surrounded by. I don't put nothing past nobody. So no, I didn't want to come off argumentative or combative. I came off calm, cool, and collected. He wasn't trying to hear it. He wasn't respecting that. And for those of y'all saying, oh, just get out the car and get another Uber, to be cool and honest with y'all, I just got off a 13-hour shift. All I wanted him to do was just get me home. Because if you know Syracuse is mostly trees, okay? Nature. Unless you're in the city of Syracuse. I do not live in the city of Syracuse. I do not work in the city of Syracuse. I work in the nature of Syracuse. I live in the nature of Syracuse. Thank you to those who, actually cared for my safety and asking me if I made it home safe. I am safe. I do know that anything could have happened, which is why I started recording. And I also have, my husband aware of everything that's going on too, because it's under his account. He provides my Ubers. So while y'all think, things wasn't getting handled within the moment, they were. I'm not a negative person. I'm not an argumentative person. I would never come off that way. But like I said, I do not tolerate unsolicited disrespect from anybody. Especially if it's something as simple as, you know what, your way didn't work. Can you just follow the GPS now? That's basically all I was saying. And to be clearer, I know the area I work in. I know the area I live in. So when I said I'm not from here, I specifically was saying it because I'm really not from here. And also because it's like once a route is being taken that I'm not used to, my mind is going to go blank. Now I really don't know where I am. That's what I meant. But yeah, it's handled, it's situated. Ladies, be aware of everything going on around you. Even if you are in somebody else's car, that don't mean shh. So because I'm in your car, that means you could take me all around town? No. Take me home. That's what I'm paying you to do. I watch too much movies, too much Law and Order, too much Criminal Minds to think anything of the sort. Like, I would rather have stayed in a car because at least Uber could track his car and at least know his whereabouts. If I get out the car, ride canceled now, In my head now, I'm going 10 different ways. He could come back, he could call somebody, anything else could happen. And now I'm not being tracked. But hey, that's just me. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'm gonna get back to my nap because I gotta go back to work at 8 p.m.
All right, guys. Let's just back it up a little bit because you find that these two stories are similar but really highlight two completely different power dynamics, one rooted in control and the other in objectification. Start with Linda's experience, right? She was clearly uncomfortable with her driver when he decided to take another route than what was showing on the GPS. So I get it, I understand that some drivers like to say that, they know a better way, especially if they're familiar with the area, as her driver had expressed. But here's the thing, guys. I think that comfort and safety should be the paramount when you're delivering these services before your actual ego. And the creator asked him, as we saw the video, very calmly, I must say, to stick to the route. She wasn't being rude, in my opinion. She wasn't dramatic. Well, at first, he simply voiced her concerns and, put up a boundary. But instead of respecting it, he doubled down, told her to just sit back and let him do what he does. And I think that is when her anxiety kicks in. And we can just imagine if I was in that situation, honestly, I don't blame her. And then he pulls the 55-year-old card, like, sir, I don't know what that have to do with the price of rice. I don't get it. There's a layer of a condensation here that is often used to silence women, especially when they speak up about their safety. If you get what I'm saying, if you agree with me or not, let's have this conversation down in the comments, because if you're driving for a platform like Uber and the GPS is showing your route and your passenger is expressing discomfort, just adjust. You don't need to argue, you don't need to gaslight the customer, just get back on track. It's very simple. Respecting boundaries should never be negotiable, especially when someone is trusting you in a moving vehicle at that. Right, now on the flip side, guys, we're going to shift to something that unfortunately happens way too often, especially to whom, women. So this next young lady had an experience that turned out uncomfortable very fast because of, unfortunately, what she was wearing. Her Uber driver started making inappropriate comments and sexualizing her based on her outfit. We get that every day. And let's be real, guys, we know that the overall sexualization of women, especially in public spaces, is really exhausting. If you can relate, just let me know. With that being said, let's watch.
Y'all, please be careful in these Ubers. Today, I had an Uber driver. He was, I want to say, around his 50s, probably late 40s, early 50s. This man, I was wearing shorts. It's summer, it's hot. This man, when I get in his car, he's just staring at me. So, I get in the car, I put my seatbelt on, and I'm like, I'm ready. He's just looking at me, and he, looks at me up and down slowly. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I'm ready to go. So he's like, okay. So we're driving, and he's just asking me all of these personal questions, and I'm being real short, because I'm really uncomfortable at this point because of his first impression when I got in the car. I was just so uncomfortable. So we finally get to my apartment, and he asks me what apartment number you live in. And I'm like, that's none of your concern. And he was like, I just wanted to know, just in case you leave something in the car and I had to bring it up. And he kind of giggled with it. And I was like, what the hell? I'm like, no. Matter of fact, can you just take me down there? You're in front of the wrong building. Because at this point, I don't even want you to know what building I live in. So I ended up having him pull from in front of my building, my actual building, and made it seem like I lived in the building down further. Then I'm getting out of his car, and I see him looking at my ass as I'm getting out of his car. And I'm like, can you please not look at me like that? It's making me feel uncomfortable. He says, well, if y'all wouldn't wear clothes like that, us as in women, if y'all wouldn't wear clothes like that, maybe I wouldn't look so hard. I said, that doesn't give you the right to make me feel uncomfortable. I said, you're definitely getting no stars, and I'm making a complaint towards you. He was like, all right, let me find out where you live. What? I'm no longer taking Uber, only Lyft, because I was
I've never been this scared in my entire life, and I have to address it online because I need to raise awareness that these things are happening. I go out with my friends. I don't drive. Okay? We're obviously drinking, so I'm like, I'm gonna Uber home, whatever. I live in Miami Lakes. I was in Coconut Grove. I get into this Uber with this woman, and she starts taking a super weird route. Did not make sense where she was going, but I was like, maybe like she's taking back streets. I'm not sure what was happening. All of a sudden, I end up at Miami International Airport. Okay. There's no like way that like that's a stop on the way to my house, number one. Number two, if you work at an airport or if you know about airports, you know that that's not like an area that you pass through. Like that's you're gonna go to the airport for a reason. So I really do believe that I was in a situation where I was about to get human trafficked. So because I'm realizing this, I start calling my friend on the phone, and I'm like, I feel in a very unsafe situation, and I asked the lady while I'm on the phone with my friend, I'm like, I feel that I'm like, ma'am, like what's up with the GPS in Spanish? And she's like, stays quiet. My heart sank. My heart dropped. I was like, no. It was like a movie. Like I generally, like, I have goosebumps. Like I'm freaking out. Like I'm freaking out. Long story short, I ended up asking her again. I'm on the phone with my friend, and she's like, oh, I don't know. This is like the route that it's taking me on, and we're like entering like departures and arrivals. I literally manually unlocked the car, hopped out of the car, and started running. I'm on the phone with my friend Andrea. I was like, you need to get somewhere where like there's people, you know? The lady starts chasing me in her car. She's like, I have 4 kids, like you're safe with me. And I'm like, if you don't get away from me, I'm gonna fuck 911 right now. I end up seeing like the parking department of the airport, and the security guard was like, is everything okay? Like it seemed like if you got into a fight with a boyfriend. I'm like, no, that was Uber. And he was like, do you live like by the airport? I go, no, I live in Miami Lakes. He was like, there's a lot of human trafficking that happens, and like there's airport hotels. Like she probably was gonna take you to an airport hotel. Long story short, I'm home and I'm safe and God was with me today. But I wanted to share this video because you don't know like who's out there and what the heck is going on. And statistically, Miami is one of the hotspots for human trafficking. And I'm really blessed that I'm okay and I'm safe. But just please be careful. If you're gonna get an Uber, make sure you're with someone. And just like, please be safe.
Cheated me just now. That's wrong. You came all the way up here, let us get in this car. You pulled up, and then you talk about you need money. That's wrong. I paid you. I paid you. That's wrong. Take me to my hotel.
I need cash.
No. Go to a bank. But you need to take us to our hotel. You're stealing. I'm gonna tell the police. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell the police that you're stealing. Cause this is not okay. This man is for real. Like he got issues.
No, call the police now. Call the police.
Telling. Excuse me.
Call the police.
Help. Excuse me. We need help. Please. Cause he's stealing. This is insane.
I never heard
this. I've never heard this.
I need cash. You understand me?
That's not how Uber works.
No.
I need money. أحط بنزين عشان نمشي.
Excuse me.
You shouldn't have came here on papi.
Police يعمل لك إيه police?
Can you take us to Sun City Hotel, please?
I just had the most insane Uber experience. So I order my Uber. It's less than a minute away. I'm patiently waiting outside. I get in her car and she immediately says, there's no vaping in this car. I have detectors and on the back of the seat it says no vaping. I said, okay, that's fine. I don't have a vape. She said, no vaping. They are full of metals. It's hard to get out of the seat. I said, okay, I don't have a vape. We pull off. We get to our first red light. She turns around and she says, are you sure you're not vaping? And I said, yeah. And she said, you don't have a vape on. You don't have a vape on you. I said, no. And she just continued to stare at me. I said, is there something that's making you think that I'm vaping? My blood pressure is high. I said, oh, no, She said, and I can smell it. I said, I just walked out the door. I put on perfume. That's probably what you smell. And she was like, Then she moves her dash cam to where it is directly facing, it's right on me. And I was like, I feel weird, but okay. We keep driving. She gets off the highway. I look on the Uber app and it's still kind of routing from getting off the highway to where she's at. So I'm like, maybe she just wanted to take a different way. She pulls in to a 7-Eleven and says, I cannot safely get you to your destination, so I've canceled your ride. Gets out of the car. She had on 2 masks. She takes off both of her masks and she's like, and I just sat there flabbergasted for a second. And I looked her, I didn't say a word. I kind of just like looked and I was like, so I got out of the car, and by the time I had the door closed, she was back in her car, hit reverse, and she was driving that way. I mean, zooming. And then I just stood there. It was raining. I stood there for a second and I was like, I'm just Ubering to church. That's all that I'm going. So then I walked into the 7-Eleven, sat at one of the tables in there and waited 10 more minutes for my Uber, late to church, get into my next Uber, and I'm like, I don't think I can ever Uber again. What just happened to me?
So y'all, I just got home and I had to come and tell y'all this because this was just so crazy to me. So if you don't know, I do Uber and stuff like that on the side or whatever. So today, this is the first time this has ever happened. Like, I've never had this issue before. Why am I picking somebody up from the condos that's in the Atlantic Station, right? It's like 7, 12, something like that. And I'm picking them up. Mind you, they're late to the ride. They're 3 minutes late to the ride. So I'm picking them up, blah, 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 blah. And I see 4 people walk up to the car. Now, I have a very strict rule because I just started picking people up a month ago. I never allow passengers to sit in the front with me. I don't care who it is. You're not sitting in the front with me. That's a non-negotiable. It's not even up for discussion. So I'm like, hey, I see it's 4 of you guys. Like, I don't allow passengers to ride up front with me. Like, it's a non-negotiable. I don't know if you want to cancel this ride. I can cancel it for you, so that way it's no penalty on you. And you could call another Uber, or if you guys want to just sit in the back together, the choice is yours, but nobody is sitting up front with me. So the girl is 3 guys and 1 girl. So the girl's like, so you want one of us to get in the trunk? You be quiet, because clearly you're not the brightest. I'm like, no, you guys can sit in the back seat together. Because that's common sense. Like, anyways, so the guy that ordered the ride, he's like, well, it's 4 of us, and I don't think that we should order another Uber when you have 4 seats. When did I ever offer my rule as a question? I said I don't allow people to sit up front with me. You got 2 options. You could call you another Uber, or y'all could squeeze in the back together. The choice is yours. It don't really matter to me because nobody's sitting up front with me. Like, that's not even up for discussion. I done already told you it's a no. So why are we even going back and forth? He's like, well, you have 4 seats and it's 4 of us, and that's how that works. Oh, I said, no, this is actually my car that I pay for. And if I don't want someone sitting up front with me, that's how that works. The ride is ended. Y'all can get out. And they got the car. Because who are you talking to, for 1? And for 2, why do you feel like you have entitlement over my car? That's what you have your car for. But you didn't have a car, which is why you called an Uber. Because if you had your own car, you would have just drove. Y'all from out of town, like, you're not about to tell me what to do in my car. Like, I don't think that's a crazy act to ask passengers not to sit up front with you. I'm not comfortable with that. Like, I literally just got sick with strep throat, hence the medicine in the bag, because of a passenger getting in my car sick. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, why do I have to discuss my non-negotiables with a stranger? What is wrong with y'all?
Dashboard video shows the moment an Uber driver was shot at while picking up a woman in Chicago.
Go, go, go. You finna shoot up the car.
Shoot up the car?
Yeah, go.
What the What is that?
Yeah, this video is now going viral on social media. This poor driver, he says the woman contacted police while he pulled over not too far from the scene, but then more gunshots were fired. He says he felt unsafe and told her he couldn't wait for police any longer. They changed their destination and the woman was dropped off at a nearby relative's house. Still not clear what led to the shooting, but it happened in one of Chicago's most violent neighborhoods.
That was terrifying. Imagine getting into your Uber thinking that you're on your way to your destination and suddenly shot starts flying. It's all alleged. It seems like she had a conflict with someone earlier, and the moment she got in the car, it followed her straight into the Uber. They really want the driver go, and thank goodness he did, because things could have gotten or ended so much worse. And I think this really highlights the reality that while we often hear stories of passengers feeling unsafe, sometimes the danger is on the other side too. That's why I really wanted to include the driver's aspect as well. These drivers are out here dealing with strangers all day, not knowing the kind of situation they're walking into, or for this case, driving into. And if that was me, I know what I say, I'm not do this job again. That's just the truth, because the level of fear that would put in me, trust me. And we talk about safety for the passengers, and rightfully so, but we also need to acknowledge the risk that the drivers go through as well. Thankfully, both the driver and the passenger made it out alive. Shift gears a bit, or pretend to at least, because this next segment is still a mess. I'm talking about literally about the dirty Ubers. I don't mean just like a regular dusty dashboard or maybe a gum wrapper or two on the floor. No, I'm talking about full-blown, musty, nasty, smelly, borderline biohazard situation. I don't use Uber here in Jamaica, but we have Uber available. However, when I travel, I do use Uber, and thank goodness I have not experienced one of these yet firsthand. I pray to God say it not happen. But after watching these clips, I'm honestly shocked at the condition that some people are willing to pick up passengers in. Now guys, let's get into it. You might just want to hold your nose for this segment just a bit. Let's watch.
But it's going to have 357.
And you said they're your emotional support animals, so you take them everywhere with you then, or?
Not everywhere, but a lot. Especially when I drive. It's like a third and fourth and Brazos. A lot of times it's on my shoulder. Wilbur. I know you want to go back there.
So I just got off the worst half-hour Uber ride of my entire life. This was the first ride ever that I almost did not get into. But I'd already been waiting for 15 minutes for a ride to show up, and this is what I got. I paid for Uber Comfort, and when I hopped in, a dog jumped on my lap. The car not only stank like wet dog, but it also stank like dog poop. She told me that one of her dogs had had an accident and she had tried to clean it up. Now, I've tried to reach out to Uber support 4 different times, but no real person will actually get on a call with me. And for those of you guys who know me, know that I'm a very non-confrontational type of guy, and I typically would not do something like this, but I gave her a 1-star review. This is not supposed to be even just your standard Uber X ride. This is an Uber Comfort, which I think even in Uber X, they should not have something like that, but that's besides the point. It's supposed to be better. So anyway, if this does go viral, get some views, whatever, and Uber can get tagged in it and do something to reach out to me, I would really appreciate it. What would you guys do if you were in my situation with something like this?
Work here.
Huh?
You work here?
Yeah, I work here.
Nice. Cool. Lucky.
Yeah, you can stop right here.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay. You too.
Thanks.
Okay. And I'm not gonna leave a bad review or anything, but it does stink in here.
It does?
Yeah, pretty bad.
Like what?
Like cigarettes and ass. I'm not even gonna lie, it stinks. Cigarettes, socks. I was just about to be late to work. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even got in. But I already had paid, and I had to hurry up and get to work. But you should probably. It's very dirty, and it does stink pretty bad. I'm just trying to be honest. You know, I'm not gonna leave you a bad review. I'm gonna be the one to tell you. I'm sure people just been getting in like it's cool, but it's not cool. And then you got the windows up with the air on. The air is kind of helping, but I would rather get some fresh air from outside. You know what I mean? Just to be honest. Okay, so just take care of that, okay? Because it does stink. I don't know if somebody's what you've been doing in here. You been doing something in here?
No.
You sure? Yeah. Yeah. Right now I'm scared to smell my pants, like to see what's on my pants. You know, because the stains and shit. I don't. You know, just try to take care of it, okay? All right. You try to have a good day, okay? But I won't mess your shit on and give you a bad review. Just take care of it. I understand shit happens, and you're trying to probably get your money up, doing your Uber or Lyft and stuff like that. I get it. Continue to do it, but just clean it up. You know, clean the shit up, okay? All right.
I'm not sure if Uber takes any kind of health and safety measures for their clients. However, this guy had a dog in a crate with him, and honestly, the whole car was absolutely filthy. I could not breathe. That's how bad the smell was. It was so bad. I had to have a couple windows open just to be able to get through the 30 minutes. There was dog slobber on the windows, and I'm allergic to dogs, so none of this felt good at all. I was honestly so disappointed, and in a rush to the airport, I would have definitely have canceled this ride.
Why does the Uber stink? If you're driving people around all day, don't you think that you should at least make sure that your car smells good? The amount of times that I've had to roll down my window in an Uber just to get some fresh air from the musk in the Uber is insane. Sometimes the Uber smells like fart, sometimes the Uber smells like body odor, sometimes the Uber smells like foot. Like, I don't understand.
Right here is why nobody does an Uber. Right here. This disgusting ass fit. Because people can't hold their liquor, so they got to throw up in your Uber and ruin your night. And Uber's going to give me like $50 for this. Maybe 70. We'll see. I'll update it. But, you know, these passengers that can't hold their liquor, they come over here and make this disgusting ass mess. You know, it's just a shame. It's a shame that people are like this. And, yeah, I mean, just, purely disgusting.
Do you have air freshener?
Air conditioner?
Air freshener. It like smell funny in here.
I have this.
Oh, okay.
Why it smell no good?
Yeah, it smell like underarms or something. I don't know.
I think this seat cover seat. Maybe plastic.
Oh.
Yeah.
If these clips didn't come with actual video evidence, I honestly wouldn't believe them. I am in complete shock and disbelief at the condition of how some of these vehicles really are. You're using this to pick up passengers and you're really comfortable with that? Like, it's just absolutely wild to me. And you know, something that I have also noticed in about maybe 2 or 3 of the clips, drivers are actually traveling with their dogs. No, I'm sorry, but I don't know what is that about. Unless you have like a dog that is a certified service animal, let's be real, everything else, it should not be happening. Because why are you bringing your pet in your car with you with strangers? You're transporting people in a tight confined space. You're not, you know, strolling through the park, and just not get it. Anybody out there who can help me to understand, please, you know, a girl is always willing to learn. Let me ask you a question. If you ordered an Uber and it pulled up in that condition, would you still get in? Because I realized that most of the people in this video, they said that they only went in because they were already late. Honestly, some of these cars looked like they needed like a tetanus shot. It's bad. Anyway, guys, let's just shift gears again. Up here, gear we are shifting like we are drive carrying in. But anyway, we're still on the topic of Uber, but this time we're talking about Uber Eats. And guys, we have Uber here in Jamaica, but we don't have the Uber Eats. So I've never had, you know, to order through Uber Eats. I don't know what the experience or the service is like. I can't, you know, speak from experience, but based on what I have seen or what we're about to see, Uber Eats has its own kind of drama. So if you've ever had a bizarre Uber Eats experience, whether it's the food, the delivery person, the wait time, or just anything that was just downright hilarious, of course, drop your stories down in the comments, because you know we love a good laugh around here. Fortunately, this next story that we're about to see is not a laughing matter. It's very serious. You know, what would you do if you were making a delivery? You went to the customer answered the door in nothing but their birthday suit and then extended an invitation for you to join the party. Ah, boy, when it rains, it pours. Let's watch.
Hi, I'm Tyler, and I'm homeless living here in my car, and I'm also a Uber Eats driver. And last night, I had a customer open the door, fully nude, pleasuring himself, and asked if I wanted to come inside with him. I said, no, thank you. Have a good night. Handed him his order, and I walked away. I reported it to Uber. They're not going to do anything. Uber never does anything. And this is the double standard that exists with Uber drivers and Uber customers. Customers can get away with just about anything. I saw on a Facebook group that I'm in the other day that a woman that's in there, she posted screenshots of an Uber Eats customer that offered her $30 to deliver his food topless. And she reported it to Uber. Nothing. It's really a shame how us drivers are treated. We are totally abused by the company. We get penalized for everything, and customers have almost all the power. If we're a few minutes late because there was traffic or the restaurant was slow, we get dinged. We possibly lose our tip because the customers can take away the tip whenever they want to. And that's called tip baiting, and it happens every single day. I get tip baited usually once a week, sometimes more. And it's exactly giving all the power to the customer. And I think it's completely wrong. We don't have any protections. This isn't a job. We don't have an HR department, and Uber definitely doesn't have our back. And I think it's disgusting what that guy did, and he should lose his account, but he probably won't. And even if he did, here's the thing. He could sign up in 30 seconds under a new account, because customers can create new accounts, as many accounts as they want, as long as they have a different email address. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Bye.
I'm so pissed off right now, bro, because I'm supposed to be Ubering for 2 hours to get money to go and take my family out for Father's Day, and only had 2 hours to do this. And this shit wasted a whole hour just for me to get paid this little bit amount, and then none of the muckers wanted to help. And this is day shit. Why do they order a whole month's worth of food knowing that they live on the 3rd floor, and then they're gonna set that shit to leave at door? They're gonna wait a whole 30 minutes into me bringing up the food to finally bring a man out and say, oh, my sister said you needed some help. Like, fuck, and your funky ass sister. Like, y'all wonder why Uber drivers have shitty attitudes, and I'm about to tell you why. I never do Walmart pickups, but I need the money, so I'm like, I'm going to accept anything that I get. It is what it is. So I got 3 different orders from Walmart, and I was like, oh, I don't even like doing these, but I'm gonna do them because we in McDonough and it's not gonna take that long. 2 of them canceled, y'all, and I appreciate the 2 people that canceled, because the one that didn't cancel, this is all that she got. I got 3 seats, so the space in the back of my car is a lot. First of all, if I knew this lady that I gotta drop this shit off to got the nerve to live in an apartment, and on top of that, she talking about leave at door. If I gotta walk up steps, I'm going to cancel the order and bring it back. If I have to walk up steps, I'm going to cancel this shit and bring it back, because I promise you, I'm telling you, she didn't pay enough. I'm gonna show y'all how much I got paid for this when I'm done. And here we are, already on some of the apartments. So let's count how many trips this is about to take. Mind you, I did not put this in here. That's how they put this in here. Some of these don't even have damn bags. Some of these, she got so much shit. She ordered the entire fucking, and then want me to walk up some steps. First trip. Bree, if you're listening to this, you're inconsiderate. Second trip, more canned goods. 4 out of 7 boxes of cereal. And Bree, I'm actually eating your, because I feel bad for you, because you must not have a, because any man that lived in this household eating one of them 7 boxes of cereal would have came out here and helped. So you must not have a daddy, or any man that cares about women at all. All right, I think this is about to be my 4th trip. You know, it's not like I'm not carrying a lot of bags. I'm actually carrying a lot of shit. Some of this shit didn't even come in bags. I'm carrying what I can climb up steps with. Last and final trip.
I'm banned from Uber Eats because I didn't pay for a pizza, but I want to know what you would have done in this situation. The backstory, it was Christmas Day last year, and we had ordered a pizza on Uber Eats at 7:30. It might even have been 7 o'clock. It stated on the arrival time it would be with us between 8 o'clock and 8:30, so it would have been an hour and a half, which was absolutely fine. We knew the kids would be hungry at that time, so we placed the order. 8 o'clock comes and the order updates to pending delivery, so it's out for delivery. So I think the shop is about 20 minutes away from us, so we assumed it would be with us by 8:30. But no, 8:30 came and went, 20 to 9. I thought, oh, I'll give the shop a little ring now because it's been 40 minutes since they said that it was being out for delivery. I'm just going to check to see if everything's okay. So I rang the shop at 20 to 9. And the guy I spoke to was so rude, like the most rudest person I've ever spoke to. He was shouting at me saying, it's Christmas Day, you live far away, it's not my problem, it's late. And I said, no, that's fine. I was just asking what time will it be delivered, because it was 20 to 9 at this point. The kids were hungry and I just wanted to know where our pizza was. 9:30 comes and the pizza's still not here. Again, on Uber Eats, if anyone uses it, you cannot cancel an order if it's showing out for delivery. So I rang the shop again. Once again, I was shouted at saying, it's my fault, I've ordered it knowing we live 20 minutes away and it will be there when it's there. And I was just like, that's not good enough. It's 9:30, you're an hour late. I just want to know where my pizza is. 10 o'clock, I ring again. Where is the pizza? Like, the kids are hungry. We're now leaving where we were and we're going home. Nothing. By this point, I obviously needed to make the kids food because they were starving. 11:20, I get a call. Hiya, I can't find where you live. I'm going to be going if you don't come and collect this pizza in 5 minutes. I was like, hang on a sec. This pizza was meant to be delivered at 8, 8:30 later. Do not leave. We want our pizza. So I walked down to go and find the delivery driver. This is about 11:30 at night at this point. He told me to enjoy my pizza and I came home and the pizza was freezing cold. Absolutely stone cold, and it was disgusting. So I rang the shop and I said, I am not paying for this pizza. I'm going to request a refund through Uber Eats because the food is disgusting and it's freezing cold. Like, I mean, it could have just been in the freezer. And he said to me, microwave it. Merry Christmas. I messaged Uber Eats. They didn't want nothing to do with it. They didn't care that the pizza was like 4 hours late, stone cold and disgusting. So I had to contact PayPal, who was the original payment where it came from. They offered to refund half the payment because I suppose it's nothing to do with them. And now I'm banned from Uber Eats because it's showing I owe £6 and I am not paying. So am I in the wrong?
I need my TikTok friends to help me out. I just got massively scammed by Uber, and this is the first and maybe last time that I'm ever going to ask for your help. I just placed an order for Uber Eats because we're having a ceremony for my grandmother's passing. So we decided that we're going to order food for the family. So I placed an order at 5:55 p.m. I realized that we forgot a person. So right away at 5:56, I canceled the order. So I canceled the order, but just to make sure, I called the restaurant to make sure that they didn't get it. They said, no, we didn't get it. We got the second order. Everything's fine. About 5 minutes later, I get a message from Uber saying they charged me $87. So I write to Uber and said, hey, I canceled 1 minute after I placed the order. Can I get the refund? No, I spoke to 3 agents. They are keeping my $87. $87, guys. I need you guys to tag Uber. I need this because I am sure that this happens to other people. I asked to speak to a supervisor. I did everything possible to try to escalate this, say, hey, I'd like my refund. And no, it was like an AI or something that just kept writing the same stuff. 3 different agents, and they actually shut it down. I'm like, no, I want my money back or a credit. At least give me a credit, right? So I can order something in the future. 1 minute after I place the order. I'm in shock, and you know what? Even if I don't get my money back, I am making this video because if you are thinking about ordering from Uber Eats, call the restaurant. Forget Uber, scam. I just spoke to the restaurant, the owner, and they were really nice. And they're like, we're so sorry you're going through this. Just forget Uber and come straight to us. So if you were thinking right now about ordering something, no. And how about we tag Uber? Because this is wild. $87 for air.
Hey guys. I just got home from the police station and I wanted to come on here to do a little story time so that you don't land in the police station in this particular circumstance too. Our company just finished a project we're really excited about and we were delivering our final hard drive of content. So I hired Uber Courier to pick up the drive and drive it about 10 minutes down the road to our client. The Uber driver ends up picking up our bag. I follow the Uber map and I'm noticing that she's driving in circles for about an hour. So I decide to call her and message her and just say like, are you okay? Are you lost? Do you know where to go? I get a picture of her feet with the bag as if she's delivered it. And then both the recipient and myself get a message that it has been delivered. But then I got a call from the client and the hard drive was never delivered. And in fact, this Uber driver was then on the run. She was not picking up the phone. I call Uber customer service. They can't get in touch with her. Uber tells me to go to the police station to file a report. And the police officer said, don't shoot the messenger. But this happens almost every day. As it turns out, the police cannot help you. You'd have to go to a civil court to fight this out. It would take a really long time. Has this happened to anybody else? What services do you recommend instead? Please, fill a girl in. Thank you.
So y'all, we're in the Uber on the way to the Millennial concert, right? Our Uber driver asked if she could stop at a gas station. So we're like, okay, did the bitch run out of gas? No, so we pull up at KFC, and I'm like, I'm
a little confused here.
Is there a reason we're at KFC? She was like, oh, I have to use the bathroom. Okay, but you didn't say that at first, but okay. Then she wrote, first of all, before we even got to KFC, the windows down. So we're like, damn it, she ran out of gas. She turned the air conditioner off, put the windows down. So now when we got here, she told me she's in the bathroom.
It's very cold outside.
It's 40-something degrees. But when she comes back and says she has to go to the bathroom, I start realizing, roll the window down because she shitted or she farted. Like, what is happening? And we just, kind of been waiting in the back of the Uber for the last, 5-10 minutes.
And it's 6:24.
She asked us when our, concert started. So she can have plenty of time so she can go handle her business.
So we have to wait for her to come at this damn restaurant.
Just waiting.
And she also has to stop and get gas.
She's blowing my buzz.
Literally.
My pretty game's
time
going.
for this shit.
Pray for us.
I told you I'm late for school.
I don't know. I don't want to take you.
Why? Why?
Because I don't want to behavior.
What behavior did I do? What did I do?
At least you have to do good morning. That's it.
So I have to say good morning.
Say, hello?
So if you ever wondered why your Uber driver canceled the ride on you, I can gladly tell you, since I used to drive Uber for a while in Las Vegas, and I can name you several reasons why I would cancel rides. So the looking for man and finance girl had the following theory.
If an Uber driver ever cancels on you, just know that it's because they saw that they connected with you for a ride and they saw your picture and they got a little too nervous because you're so good looking, and they were like.
So to all the Uber riders out there, we do not see your picture, okay? Even if you upload one in your Uber app, we do not see your picture at all, okay? You can see ours, we can't see yours, but we can see your rating. So if your rating is like a 4.1 or 4.2, we know something happened, okay? You were in somebody's car and you did something, okay? I don't know what exactly. Maybe you threw up in the car. Maybe you made a mess. Maybe you left a mess. Maybe you were annoying. Like, I don't know, maybe something. But there is a reason why your rating is not at 5 stars, and you all have to admit it. So rating would be definitely a reason for me to cancel a ride. Same if you have like a super weird name, like a sketchy name, like a scary name. Like, I'm trying to be safe, and I don't know, I can't even name you an example. I also feel like Uber should demand to have government names for Uber riders. I don't even know if you can change your name as an Uber driver, but it's just, I don't know how many like champagnes I picked up in Las Vegas, or I don't know, just letters, just K, a T, an M. Like, who are you? Like, that's your name? That's your government name? That's what your mom and your dad named you? So it's just sketchy to me, so I'm definitely declining when it comes to that. Same when people like demand a lot of things. Like, if I accept the ride and you are messaging me like 15 times and telling me like what to do and where to go and this and that, that's just like too much. I don't know. I'm already overwhelmed. I know you're going to be stressful. You're going to be annoying. So at that point, I'm just canceling the ride. I'm just taking the L. I don't care.
Wow, what a wild ride. And I'm just so grateful for that last creator who gave us some real insights as to the why behind these cancel rides, because sometimes it's not about you being rude or just unprofessional, but these are actual reasons that drivers choose to cancel, and you're hearing it straight from someone who has first-hand experience. But let's just circle back a little bit and backtrack, especially to the young man who refused to greet his driver by saying good morning. you guys know I am from the Caribbean, Jamaica to be exact, and around here we are about having good manners. So we greet people, we were raised on that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever it is, it's just a part of who we are. So it's just basic courtesy, and there are other people around the world just like that. And the time he was spending recording, going back and forth with the driver, he could have just simply greeted the man, say good morning, and just kept it moving. That right there ties in with what the last creator was saying. You know, sometimes it's not about the ride itself, but it's about the energy, the respect, the way you speak to someone who's providing a service for you. Yes, not because you're paying them. Common courtesy goes a far way. And as usual, guys, thank you so much for sticking with me until the end of another video. If you have enjoyed, you haven't yet liked or subscribed, now's the time to go ahead and do so. And if you want to continue to watch more entertainment videos like these, you can go ahead and click that up next video with the right so on your screen and enjoy the day away. As per usual, guys, thank you again so much for watching until the end. My name is Jodi, and I aspire to inspire. Until next time, guys, walk good.